Hello and welcome
Hello.
to Rate My Lunch, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Episode great.
Oh, episode mate. I'd agree with that.
Episode, we're not late this time. We're actually on time and we're ready to go. Enough faff, George. I think the viewers know what's going on by now.
You know everything about
Let's just dive straight into your lunch. Just a quick.
My lunch today, I've gone for. It's kind of like a tomato, onion, and coriander or cilantro for us American viewers. I'm not even American. I say us, US. I mean, on a bit of toast.
Good save.
Sadly, forgot the butter. So kind of looking at it, thinking, will I eat this? Of course I will. Hate wasting food, but it's probably going to be a 2-3 hour sitting to get that down my gullet. How about you, Christian? What were you got?
Kind of like a bruschetta.
It's a bruschetta-ish, yeah. It's bruschetta's less successful depressed cousin, I would call it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I have a pretty simple lunch. You can see my moustache that I've been growing. This is nearly a month's growth. This is embarrassing, but there is something there. But I've tried to make my lunch look like the facial hair that I wish I could have using bagel and spinach. So you see there, it's like a full beard.
That is it's a bushy beard.
2 eyes. The bagel has hummus on, and it's a particular type of hummus. And I would like to promote this Delphi Foods hummus.
Delphi Foods, had it before, really like it.
Not gonna lie, guys. Once you have this hummus, you won't be able to go back to regular supermarket hummus.
Yeah.
So you can get it from all good corner shops. It's great. Now, without further ado, we should introduce our very special guest.
Very special today.
I'm wondering whether there could be any 6s in the ratings, because our guest this week is Gail Sixsmith, the legend, the absolute hero.
Here
she is. Gail, how are you doing?
Gail.
I'm great. Yes, and all the better for seeing you too.
Thank you very much, Gail. Great to see you as well.
How? So, Gail, yeah.
Christian, you go, Christian.
Honestly, you're too kind, George. Please ask our guest questions.
I was going to say, Gail, obviously this is your first RML experience, as this was something born out of Arts Ed, where we would basically do this at lunchtime as a way of, getting some numbers on the board. And I'm not sure if it's ever been mentioned to you before, but it's obviously a big thing for us. We're wondering how you're feeling at your first ever Rate My Lunch being a contestant.
I feel the pressure of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I know Steve's a hard act to follow.
For sure.
I haven't seen enough of them. That's the thing. I need to try and find where they are and have a look. I'm just going to pick you up on your hummus reference there, because I am a hummus fan, big time. And, I'm quite particular about my hummus, and I'm just, you're sort of setting a lot of store by that Delphi Foods version.
Wow.
I'm going to have to try it and see what all the fuss is about.
I'll hand deliver it if I have to, Gail, because it's that good.
Wondering whether it's more garlicky or lemony, or what the texture's like, or because all that thing is very important to me.
Perfect. I can't fully get across to you. It is the perfect ratios of everything. Smooth, lemony, garlicky. Oh,
quite a claim.
Can I butt in and say as well that Christian actually recommended this to us before we even had a show? He's also given this entire spiel before to just a group of friends saying, guys, this hummus is amazing. So I'm pretty sure he backs it with everything he has.
100%.
Yeah. And he's gone for just plain hummus on a bagel. That is bold. That's bold with a beard.
Anyway, enough about my lunch, Gail. Talk us through your lunch.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think I mentioned before, I was tempted to go to the deli. I have a very, very good deli down the road. It does amazing quiches and tortillas, potato tortillas and salads. And I thought I could do that. Then I thought, no, that's a bit of a cheat, Steve. So I have made also something on toast. Don't know if you can see that.
Can see that, yeah.
That is the humble mushroom. Very underrated, I think. Fried in butter, and then on top of feta cheese, barrel-aged feta cheese on top of a wholemeal sourdough toast with butter. So a bit of butter, yeah, and a bit of balsamic vinegar glaze actually on the top.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't see that coming. That was a curveball right at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Great. Well, it looks great. How does it taste?
It does look great.
Yeah, how does it taste? Now, I don't know whether to just chomp on it, and I think it could be messy, or do a knife and fork job. I might go for the messy option.
I think, yeah, dive on in.
Oh, it's well controlled.
It's a good crunch there.
Wow, that's good. I like the bit of balsamic. Just gives it that little kind of vinegary twist. The mushrooms are lovely, but they're contrasting. They're kind of creamy, but then you've got a different kind of creaminess with the feta cheese, but it's also got a slight acidity.
Okay.
Because being feta, being of the sheep. Yeah, I think it's good. I didn't do super crunch on the toast. I'm quite fussy about the crunch factor on my toast.
Okay.
But then I thought it might be a bit unwieldy, particularly if I'm slightly eating in public, you know.
Okay. Just quickly, what was the setting you used on the toaster? I'm just curious about this.
I have problems with the setting on my toaster. With this particular sourdough, it's quite dense. So I have to do it about flipping 5 times. You know, I put it in and then I dial, you know, I'm tweaking the dial because depending on what kind of things I put in my toaster, I have to kind of adapt it. And then I test it. And also all my bread is always frozen. I put it straight in the freezer because I don't eat loads of bread.
Makes sense.
I have to then toast it and then I check and then it's like spongy factor. Is it crunchy enough? I like the browning, very important. Put it back in for a bit, bring it back up. Sometimes I then put it down again. Not ideal.
It would be really interesting to know from you, Gail, and then anyone else that wants to comment is because I've encountered 2 types of people in my life.
Really, only 2 types. You're doing well.
2 types of people.
Go on then.
And they
you mean there's a split? Yeah.
Yeah,
they are people that have a setting on their toaster that they know they'll get exactly right, or that's just what they think toast is. They'll put it down. They'll go and do something else. They'll make a cup of tea. They'll just go around. It'll pop back up. They'll just come back when it needs to. It's already done. The other type of person is they'll put the toast in. Doesn't matter what setting, because they're going to pop it up during the toasting process, and they're going to have no, it needs a bit more. Pop it back up. No, still a little bit more. Put it down. Are you a popper or a stopper?
Well, it depends, you see, because I would say I was the one that would leave it on the setting. What was that? What phrase was that?
That would be the popper, the one that just leaves it to pop.
Yeah, I would say I am a popper, but
You're a popper.
I've been having problems between the variances of the kind of bread I've been putting into the toaster recently, and the little pita breads that I put in are being overdone. And this is being underdone. So it's been a bit of a conundrum and it's not been ideal.
Is this a new toaster here or is this just new breads?
No, it's a very old toaster.
Okay.
Which you'd think by now we'd have nailed. But we've only just started recently buying this nice sourdough bread. And,
I see, but it's a bread issue.
It's got its own needs.
Needy bread.
Because I can't bear toast that's underdone. I can't bear it. It's one of my pet hates.
Now, Gail, we've been waffling for a while, and it's not Belgium. So let's get some ratings on the board.
Let's do it.
Right.
Tasteability.
Yeah.
Tasteability. Right. Okay. For me, are we doing texture as a separate thing, or is texture a separate category?
So the categories are tasteability, lookability, and overall lunchability. So texture goes into tasteability.
Texture goes into tasteability.
I'd say
well,
so, yeah.
the texture is pretty high because I've got crunch, I've got smoothness, I've got two kinds of smoothness, and a silkiness almost.
Okay.
And a, so the texture's high. I'm going to give, texture-wise, I'm going to give a good 8.
Okay.
So is that your tasteability score?
Sorry?
Is that your tasteability score, 8?
No, because I'm adding taste now. I'm splitting the categories. You can't do taste and texture.
Wow.
Taste isn't texture. Texture's a different thing. Like if I make a salad, I have to have crunchiness in there.
Yeah.
Usually.
You stop your toast and you split your categories. I respect that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it's really pedantic.
Continue.
But yeah, okay. So tasteability. Maybe I'm biased with the mushroom thing and feta, 2 of my favorite things. I'm going to go 8 again. I'm going to go 8 again, a double 8.
Wow.
Right.
What could you have done better?
2 8s.
Huh? 2
What
8s,
could you have done better there, just to improve it?
Good question. Probably having a bit of his beardy spinach on the side.
Oh, yeah.
I think something fresh as a counterpoint.
Yeah, okay.
Could have been good. But you see, I was a bit spoiled because I had an excellent breakfast, which I made up. Well, I didn't make, it was a combo I'd not done before.
Okay, with all due respect, we don't want to hear about breakfast. We're not here for breakfast.
No, I know. So I'm slightly pulled by the experience of breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to lookability.
Lookability.
Right, lookability. Lookability. I certainly think it looks better than yours, Christian.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to shit all over your food, Christian, but it was.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I agree. Yes.
It could have been more elaborate. Could have been more aesthetically wow factor. So but there was something wholesome about it, and I do quite like the fact that it's on my favorite plate. I'll probably go 7.
7.
And that
okay.
would be really.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
I think that's reasonable. I think that's fair.
I think you've got to take into account, relativity in terms of lookability, because with the ingredients you had there, toast, feta, and mushroom, bit of balsamic glaze, it's not, what can you do to make that look like wow?
You can, you can add another component, which is my afters, which is that.
Whoa.
It's also part of my lunch. It's a curveball because it's homemade banana cake.
Whoa. Okay. Right. Wow. This might have changed everything for me.
With walnuts in.
Wow. I thought we'd seen the last of the banana cake
I've only just
April, but Gail's bringing it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
great.
bringing it back all right. And that's with my coffee. Like, yum.
This is good.
So there's another dimension to my lunch. So if you're adding that in as well, it's a 9.5.
Whoa! Whoa!
So is that your
so far?
Only because this tastes amazing. Even if I say so myself, the texture is divine.
This is huge.
Wow. So are we revising your tasteability rating to 9.5?
Yeah. We are.
God,
because honestly, I haven't tasted a bought banana bread that is as good as that. I can't believe I'm even saying it.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Okay, Gail. In that case, taking everything into account, how your day's been, the tasteability, the lookability, how you're feeling.
Yeah.
What's your overall lunchability?
You know what? I'm going to leave it at 9.5 because I've had an excellent morning so far. I know it's radical, but I've had a bolt of inspiration this morning, and I put together a proposal for something, and I'm feeling really excited about it. I feel really upbeat. It's wonderful to be connecting with you. I'm in my home. It feels really warm. The temperature's perfect. I've seen loads of sparrows in my little bush out there. You know, everything is as it should be.
Wow.
We're very honoured that you had this with us then, because that is a huge, huge score.
I know.
Now,
I'm not doubting myself, but you know.
No. You've got to go with your gut feeling.
Absolutely.
That's closer to your food at the end of the day. So we've prepared a little segment here, Gail, before we give you our overall rating for you. So I'm just going to share my screen here, and it's a little game I like to call Gales or Gales. So this is a game. So basically, the aim of the game is to guess. I've got one picture, and it either shows Gales, or Gales.
Right.
So you'll need to guess which it is, basically.
Christian, can I ask a question? Even though I'm not. Surely, if you said the word Gale, you're going to get the. If you just slurred Gale, you might get the question right.
Well, look, George, we'll just be listening out.
Really hard, yeah. Active listening. We'll learn from the best. Here we go.
So, is it going to be revealed to me, or have I got to guess which one you've got?
You've got to guess which one I've got. Yeah, before. So, which one do you think it is? It's tricky, I know.
It'll be you, and I can't see how you've got anything of mine or belonging to me, but maybe you're doing a twist on that.
Your things from your house. That would be very strange for.
No, but you could be. But I'm going to take a punt on that somehow, even though it's a bit left field.
You're going to say
as in belonging to Gail.
Ah, okay. So something. So Gales, the blue option. Well, let's find out. I think it's moving forward. Oh, it is in fact. Oh. It is in fact Gales. But hang on, what's this in the bottom right? Oh, it's Gail. Oh. Right. It's Gail. Wow. So it's in fact all three at the same time. So you're correct. Well done. Wow. Great work.
That was.
I thought for a minute you might have had some obscure photograph from way back when in the studio of some exercise.
No. We wouldn't bring that into this.
No, I did actually. That was actually from a workshop, Gail, and it was just you looked like you were in a photo, like a headshot session, and I was like, I've got to capture this.
I don't think so. I've usually got some rather strange or intense look on my face when I'm in a room working, but or laughing, one or the other. But so, what about your lunches? Where are you rating yours?
We don't rate ours because
you don't rate yours.
I can give you a quick rating of mine if you want.
Yeah, because you've got like a bruschetta, yeah?
It's a bruschetta, but like, if you look at it, I forgot the butter, and it's really just I'm struggling with it, to be honest.
You need olive oil. Olive oil.
Olive oil is on there, but there's not enough. In fact, I'm going to put more on there in a bit, but right now it's just going to sit there.
Dry.
It is a bit dry.
Yeah, right now, George, it's time for our rating for Gail.
We need to rate, yeah, absolutely. So I think I'll start this one. I just want to say you've gone above and beyond, really. The sneaky twist of the banana cake was something I really appreciate the showmanship of.
Not do that.
I thought that this was going to go a certain way, and then that curveball just threw it and knocked it out of the park, to extend the baseball metaphor. And I think as well, you've done a damn sight better than Steve Hudson, who my internet couldn't even cope with his because he was just cheating. So I think whatever score I give, it's going to be slightly higher than Steve's. So I'm going to go for, I think it's a 92 from me, which
My
is
goodness.
the biggest score I've given on this show today.
My goodness.
I appreciate that. I
Yeah.
really do. Yeah, great.
Christian,
Wow.
could I get some thoughts, please?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, a really great lunch, and I think you're right. The fact that it started, it seemed so simple,
It
so
did.
obvious, and yet there was that, like a magician pulling the cloth off the cage, and there's a dove inside, but it's not a dove. If you look closer, it's Gail, and I thought it was really wonderful. I thought you're the first person ever to rate their texture.
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
I can't believe people don't rate their texture. What is that? That's food.
You'd be surprised, Gail. I wish you could tell them.
We will.
I am slightly obsessed.
Oh,
We lost Gail.
we've lost
Texture
Gail.
too much. Oh no.
Well, we'll give it a minute. While we wait, I'm just going to quickly endorse tap water. Chilled in the fridge, really nice. I've been drinking a lot of orange juice, and I've kind of gone back to the tap water route, and it just seems
Okay,
to...
we're back.
Okay, we're back.
Enough of your tap water, George.
Yeah, enough of that.
I think that no, look. I wish I could give you a rating like that, Gail. But I mean, Rob got a 90. It was a real feat.
It was a feast.
He didn't necessarily make an amazing banana bread, the best banana bread in history. But I don't know if I can give it. More than a 90.
Fair enough. There was something very simple about it. However, I'm moving on to my banana bread now.
Christian, I got to say, I think this banana bread, the showmanship, and just generally, it shows how less could be more as well. And I think that is
Less can be more.
That's the thing.
Okay, well, look, I'm not gonna give it more than Rob. I'm gonna give it as much as Rob, 90, which takes it up to an average of, George,
91.
Wow.
Gail, that means at the moment you are currently head on the leaderboard. Now, I'm not sure if you've been reminded of the prize, but the prize is we will buy you one vegetable one time at any point next year. Have you thought at all of what kind of vegetable you would like?
Gosh. What kind of vegetable? That's tricky.
It's a tough one. You don't have to come up with an answer now, but something to really consider.
Yeah, well, I will muse on that.
Yeah,
vegetable.
absolutely.
I was sort of intuitively going to go for aubergine, but you can get kind of good aubergines anywhere.
Yeah, and it would be just one aubergine as well, so don't.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's a good thing. It's a good choice that it's quite a big vegetable.
That's true.
Want to get
you
your money.
Definitely do something with an aubergine. That's for sure.
Yeah, because it's like a year's supply of that vegetable if you only had one vegetable of that.
If you had it one time in that year.
So that's the sort of guarantee we're going with.
Yeah.
Gail, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
You've been
Gail.
a brilliant guest.
Amazing.
And
Yes.
maybe see you again soon.
Absolutely.
You take care. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you very much for inviting me on. Thank you.
Thanks, Gail.
You're absolutely welcome. So, George, it just remains for us to say it's not quite dinner,
but it's just after brunch.
Everyone, let's come
and rate my lunch.